as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The final week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards in North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him. But many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And K.J. Hamler really started to come on strong late in his rookie year. 2nd-round pick out of Penn State in 2020. Shifty, excellent speed, and good hands that he exhibited right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This will be caught. Judy. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant. 45's the mark. Pick your game up.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still... About 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Lawrence will throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Draymond Jones drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Play fake. Bridgewater. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Broncos' 48-yard line.
Now Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here's a give to Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
45, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter.
45's the Mike, 45's the Mike.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Shark. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
DJ Chark, a Pro Bowler and a 1,000-yard receiver in 2019, saw his numbers dip a bit last year as the Jaguars cycled through some quarterbacks. He's happy to have Trevor Lawrence in town and accepts the pass from him there.
45. Mike, 45.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Check.
Now Lawrence. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. From the 6. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. It's complete to Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Bridgewater. And he's taken in by the tight end Fan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football, and the Jags grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Toss left side for Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
45. Mike, 45.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
On first down, Robinson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the 41, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Mike, 45.
On third down, Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Williams. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun, Bridgewater.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
At the 5-yard line.
Go! 60-yard.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Yo.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Let's go, D. Hey, check right 45, check right 45. Side field.
On second down, Etienne once more. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Lawrence will throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On first down, Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Draymond Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Draymond Jones giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
I got trick this side. Trick this side. We got three. Hey, Foxtrot. Check right 45. Hey, I'm coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. This is the tight end Fant. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Third down, Bridgewater. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A handoff for Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
45. Mike, 45. Come on.
And now Chenault on the end around. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, here's Etienne. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
56.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Bridgewater to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's Sam Martin now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Back to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Josh Lambo onto the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. It's a tie game. You don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 23 yards, the final tally. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Bridgewater. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Bridgewater. This pass caught by Hamler. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And his kick is good. From 52 yards away, he gets it to go. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe you move on.